I'm Bogdan, and this is my audience over here. And these are my note cards. And alright, so hello guys. This is my object for today, these sheet notes basically. And what they represent is classical music, so that's kind of what I want to talk about today. So I enjoy classical music a lot, and so today I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about how this music came about, the different kinds of composers that influenced it, and also what I learned from it personally. So classical music started from an incredible transition from Baroque style music, which was which originally happened in the mid to late 1700s, and this transition still influences us to this day. Modern music still uses structures and sounds like from classical music, so that's why it's kind of important still today. In a 5-volume work written in 2005 titled Arts and Humanities Through the Eras, author Bleiberg and others suggest that the tones and keys used in classical music still dominate modern Western music today. And this shows us how classical music, which was made centuries ago, is still influential, and how why it's popular today is because it sounds similar to our modern music right now. So in addition to this, the authors also bring up the idea that music transitioned from Baroque music to classical in a sense that Baroque music was more vocal and people had the music to sing along to, basically. But in classical music, it became purely instrumental. And that kind of signified a transition in the art of music because people believed that kind of instrumental music can bring out human emotions better than like even vocal music and words. So the reason this type of music flourished can be attributed to some of the great composers of the time, like for example Mozart or Beethoven or Joseph Haydn, to name a few. And in the same 5-volume work, but a different section titled titled The Rise in Classicism of Classicism and Romanticism, Bleiberg and the authors discuss several prominent composers that made classical music important and significant. So they discuss the life of the composer Joseph Haydn in particular, and Haydn was important because he influenced other composers like Beethoven and Mozart, and the way he did that is he helped to create musical works like symphonies and piano sonatas, so he helped perfect those. And the authors discuss how Haydn started out from poverty basically as a child, and he had nothing and like worked his way up to become a famous composer through hard work basically and dedication. So other master musicians like Beethoven and Mozart helped to perfect the classical music era. Their music is highly recognizable today, just with like a few notes of their songs, like the first few notes, you could sometimes recognize that it was like Beethoven and Mozart. Like a good example of that is Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, which starts out with da 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 dum, like everybody knows the beginning of that song. But so the reason I enjoy classical music and what I've learned from it overall is that music can bring out certain emotions in us, and it has also taught me the importance of like practice and hard work, because I took piano lessons for roughly 6 years, and during that time I grew to understand how much patience you needed to just learn a musical instrument and how much work it takes. So I also learned how music can convey certain emotions, like for example, a major tone is used to signify like happy emotions, or uplifting emotions. And then like a minor tone in music is like for more negative or like darker emotions. And so through my time playing, I learned how hard that is to learn instruments. So to some people, it also might seem that classical music is on the decline right now, since it's not that popular. But it's actually growing right now. And in a news article written in 2010 by Miguel Cano, titled "Are We in the Middle of the Golden Age of Music?" he discusses how classical music is actually on the rise globally. And it may seem like in the United States it's decreasing, but in other parts of the world it's growing. And in closing, I just want to say that I enjoy classical music, and I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about that today. Thank you.